The moment I've been waiting for. We're heading back to Florida.
You need it, bro?
Yep. Alright guys, so it's been a while, and at this point we're in spring break 2026, and we finally come back to keep working on the boat. Last time you saw us, we were deep into the beam rebuilds, and after that we had to close up shop and head back to New York City. But now we're back in Florida, and for the next week it's basically non-stop work trying to push the project forward as much as possible. If all goes to plan, thanks to Total Boat, we'll be able to glass these entire beams and pretty much get them finished, at least the bottom side. And then after that, it's just working on the top side, which I think it'd be a little bit easier than what we've been doing so far. So thank you these guys, because we're going to be using the high performance epoxy with the fast cure, because all we're doing is just using some radiuses and fillets, which are going to get glassed over. Should be pretty straightforward. One of the biggest projects we had to tackle, like we mentioned before, was actually filling the beams with foam. For this, we're using Total Boat's 2-pound expanding foam. It's a 2-part system provided by Total Boat that once mixed together and poured into the beams expands at a pretty insane rate. The idea is for it to completely fill the gaps inside of the beams and basically make the whole structure solid. So the first thing we had to do was drill access holes into the beams, create cavities where we could actually pour the foam. After that, it was time to mix everything up and start pouring, letting the foam expand through the inside of the beams so we can move on to the next stage of getting this thing fully finished. So this is a result of over-mixing too much 2-part foam. We didn't actually weigh out how much we needed for the volume for this potential beam, and unfortunately we mixed too much, and as you can see, this is what happens. So make sure you follow the instructions provided by Total. After the whole beam debacle, we decided it was probably time to take a break and to check out one of the coolest spots in Florida for boat projects. Show everybody what you see here. What do you think? Marine Connection Liquidators up in Fort Pierce. And honestly, this place is insane. They pretty much got every random marine part you could ever think of needing for a boat repair, refit, or full boat build. Shelves packed with hardware, rigging, electronics, fiberglass supplies, hatches, windows, literally everything. If you're into boat projects, this kind of place is dangerous because somehow you'll end up leaving with way more stuff than you planned on buying. You gonna say anything to the fans?
I hit you with that.
What?
Hit you with that hard. Go away. Leave me alone.
You want to film me then?
No.
Here, because you're not even getting no shots of me, dude.
Because
They're all
you're
you.
ugly.
Baby, you gotta go take a poop.
Leave me alone, you baked bean. All right, are we arrived? Are we done?
As cool as this place is, I love this place.
I think we're just
don't
not
have
in the
stuff that we
right.
need right now. So I think we're gonna move on to the next spot. See if we can find some other cool things that we might need. And with that, we said goodbye to Marine Connection Liquidators and we got back to work. One of the biggest challenges with this project has been the weather, especially the rain. It constantly slows us down and makes it hard to keep moving projects forward. So when work on the beams got put on hold, we shifted our focus to something else. And in this case, building something that we knew would help us get way more work done on the boat moving forward.
Me to hold it?
Idiot!
Stupid. You know that when you organize, you can also find things? Wow!
Here is the fruits of our labor. We decided to build a massive dolly, something that was going to be heavy duty so that we can move our large structural components, like our beams and other things that come along with this project. Because we moved the boat to this outside location, we also unfortunately lost the original gantries that were built for our boat. We weren't able to take them with us to this new spot for unforeseeable reasons. And one of the biggest hurdles that we have to deal with now is moving these massive large objects without the help of mechanical means. So we had to get smart with the way we wanted to approach these projects so that we could do this in a safe manner. One of the things that we were lucky to pick up before coming down here was this 2-ton jack. This thing made lifting the beams easier, and now with our sled that we built, we were able to move everything in a manner that just made a lot more sense to us and safer.
It's gonna slip. I didn't know you were Egyptian, bro.
I mean, I've never been able to move this. Look how easy, like comparatively to what I've been dealing with, this is so easy to move. I've never been able to move this. So,
Yeah, you've had to pull it on the truck.
yeah, so I can have a weight that I can like move this around. Pretty freaking sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really happy with that.
This beam is just about as long as this boat.
Huh?
The beam is almost as long as the boat.
Yeah, right? Not crazy. I'm actually really happy about that.
How you feeling, big dog?
Tired. So the Egyptian science worked because we were to get all 4 beams here. And I don't know if you can tell, but these are massive.
They're so heavy.
They're like 26 feet, easily over half a ton, easily, each one, easily. And it's crazy, like our dolly worked, but it wasn't easy even with the dolly. Boy, so now we get to like really finish them off, and you can see these are already been glassed in the end with epoxy. We need to do the same to these, and then fair them out, and then they're pretty much done after that. Can't believe how much work we did on that. Easily the most difficult, but the most satisfying, because once these are done, everything else can go on top of it. You have no idea how much I can't wait for that to happen. With the beams done, we were able to finally focus on one of the other big projects that we desperately had to tackle. From all the rain comes water, and our boat unfortunately has been accumulating a lot of it. So the bigger task that we had to focus on was definitely removing some of the water that has been sitting in the bilge thanks to the constant rainstorms out here in Florida and because our boat being outside. Check out this space. This is our kitchen galley. Some of your old viewers might have already seen this before, but this is kind of a special place, honestly, because this is where all the magic happens. The people gather, everyone hangs out, everyone can eat. These are actual benches that once they're done, you sit on these guys. There will be a floor here on the table in the middle, and behind Sam right there is actually the kitchen net itself. So let me take it.
Huh? There's a kitchen. I'm trying to see if I can do it. I don't know if I can. It's big. Yeah. Fridge, sink, other stuff, cabinets, the hatch, cabinet, other room.
Here's an actual look of the actual refridge that's already built in, which is pretty sick.
One day this will all be done.
Just to put it into perspective, just how big. So there right here is the actual motor mount. That's all actual storage compartments. After you build the floors, 2 floors. One's a kind of like a storage. You can see from where this line right here starts. That's for the storage. And then that's the floor, which again underneath the storage. And the floor, table sits on top. These are seating. Yeah. Kind of crazy, honestly, to imagine. I'm 6'4", for example, just for reference, and I'm on like the base floor of it, so you can see I have quite a bit of headroom inside this cabin, which is always sick. And Sam's only 5'4".
I'm not 5'5". I'm 5'7".
But no, this is gonna be a great cabin once it's all done. Let's check out the other cabin, I guess.
Don't leave me. What you doing?
Oh wow, yeah. We're just getting up all the water outside the hull. We're gonna put it away for about a month or so to let it just completely dry out. It was a little wet. And before we start working on the inside, we wanted to make sure everything is dry, completely dry, so we can really knock out this work that we need to get done. So
is it fun?
It's hot, sweaty, it's stinky. It's not fun at all. But luckily we have a fully composite boat, and a lot of this material you can see is Kusa, which doesn't permeate water, which is good. It doesn't suck in water, which is good. And they built this very beautifully, so I think we're gonna be chilling for a hot while. And so the project continued, removing gallons and gallons and gallons of water. Unfortunately, we didn't prepare as much as we should have in terms of sealing up these holes while we had left going back and forth to New York City. And because of that, we had to pay the price. In particular here, Sam having to go into the smaller compartments and actually removing the water to help us out with drying out this boat. Trust you that after we had to deal with this the first time, we made sure we never have to have this problem ever again. The last big job before we wrapped this trip up was dealing with all the water that we had built up inside the boat. And after sitting outside for so long without proper cover, a lot of rain had gotten in, so we had to pump out everything and start the drying process. The goal now is simple: to get the inside fully dry so we can finally begin working on the interior this summer. Even though we only had 1 week here, we still made solid progress. Not everything got finished, but we pushed forward on a lot of key steps that we set up for the next phase. We're heading out now, but we'll be back this summer for the full push. Longer days, more filming, and nonstop work to bring you everything we can from this project. To everyone watching, thank you for the support. If you want to stay closer to the project and see more behind the scenes, check out our Patreon. It's the best way to get more involved and see what's happening every day as we work on this project. We'll be back soon, but until then, we appreciate you holding it down with us. This is Father Blue from the Big Dog Nation, and as always, we love all our big dogs worldwide. This is my lady. She stinks.
You smell yourself, big dog.